Panic switched. That kind of does a little bit of photography, and he took photos for us at Hell to Boat Time. And I saw him preparing to take a photo and thought it would be funny to look like that, which it was. So there's young ZombieGrub. This was like 7 years ago at this point, so I was 23. This was a photo we all took for the newspaper. A newspaper, I think, had covered the event. Like a local newspaper. These were all the cards that we made, because I really love the WCS cards, and no one really seemed to love them as much as I do. Rifkin thought it was a cool idea, so we got them sent out. These are the casters and the host. Is that Levi in the photo? Yeah, we flew her out to cast with us. Is that business casual wearing a suit jacket with a shirt? It's esports casual. Rifkin looks like a mean accountant. I think people have said he looks like a mafia boss. There's young Joey and young Fear Dragon. Here's us doing the Catalina cute picture. Eventually, we'll get to the actual picture at the start of this conversation. Ruffy hasn't aged. He really hasn't, has he? I haven't looked at these pictures in a long time. Tempo actually gave quite a good performance. You got him up on stage. You see these things in the background? I actually took that home with me. It's still in my parents' garage. We were planning, you know, young and starry-eyed with dreams. We were kind of like thinking about making like an esports house, you know, a content creation house where you would have a streaming setup and you would invite players who were like up and coming to try and train and stuff like that. So you're like, man, this would be really cool to have. There's Jaedong. Mwah. Was that Nazgul there too? No, Nazgul wasn't there. I don't know who might have looked like Nazgul. I missed it. That's Hydra. He's cool. Young Kellizer. He also hasn't really aged that much. Oh, wow, I haven't seen her in forever. I forget her name right now. Damn. We got free ice cream for the event. It was one of our stretch goals for the Kickstarter that we hosted. One of those stretch goals was getting free ice cream. And it was actually pretty popular. This guy's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Handing out ice cream to a bunch of nerds. Ah, this was great. So she actually came up to me and was like, do you think this is okay to do to Rifkin? And she showed me this poster she had made. She blew up the emote. Rifkin's response was pretty funny. We had like a contest for like the best poster. Part of me is sad I missed this part of StarCraft 2 history. Yeah, at the time it felt like it was just such like a small thing in such a big pond, you know? Oh, there's Xanster. Oh, Xanster. This is one of the infamous stories of Xanster. After this event, we all just got together and like in the venue itself and were like drinking and having fun. Xanster got like drunk enough that when he woke up in the lawn outside and he had no idea where he put all of his peripherals. So he was like going to Home Straight Cup the next week and had to ask on Twitter, like, does anyone have anything I can borrow because I'm not going back home and I lost my stuff. Yeah, this is the photo. So we all noticed him, prepared to take a picture, and instead of being funny or charming, I just did that. So that's my photo for a lot of things. Oh, we had a little, like, a photo setup. That was a fun time. We had the backdrop with all the sponsors, and then, we had bought, like, a bunch of random shit at a dollar store. Just so people could, like, dress themselves up and do stupid shit. I mean, on the whole, like, it was actually a really well-done event as far as, like, fan participation, which is what we wanted. We wanted something that was mostly for the people who were going to be there. Because we also, like, you know, sold passes to people with special stuff if they were actually going to attend live. And that was very successful. Unfortunately, the internet cafe we were hosting it at kind of lied about their capabilities. So there was a lot of technical problems with the stream, and that was a bit of a bummer. If you're wondering what this hot mess is, by the way, we had a dance contest to see who would win something. I forget what the people would win. I don't remember. Man, I love that shirt. What did I do with that shirt? Damn it. Unsurprisingly, I do believe that Tempo won one. This guy won one, I think. He was just really outrageous and fun. Will us see a ZG plus Livy B cast again? I don't think so. Livy B's actually really busy. And she was ever, like, I think interested very much in casting. But we had, you know, worked with her on a bunch of stuff, and we liked her, so... Seemed like a pretty easy ask when we were like, do you want to go to Canada? By the way, Hyun ended up winning. So Jaedong versus Hyun was the finals, and Hyun won. And we got a belt. We didn't want to just get a trophy, so we got a belt. And the idea was that, you know, if it was a continued tournament, if we could do more than one, then we would put, like, the names of the champions in the little things. But, like I said, as far as, like, the offline participation, like, being there in person, that was really well done. The whole thing was, unfortunately, not so much. I think this is what they were dancing for. Yeah, all the players signed 2DX Racers. Yeah. Sounds vaguely familiar. It is a fuck ton of work. It was so much work. I mean, Rifkin did a lot of stuff. Rifkin was a lot of the execution guy. He was actually a lot of the ideas guy as well. It was always more of his baby than it was mine. I just helped. Came up with some cool ideas. Did some of the transports and transporting and, like, logistic stuff. Like, I drove. Because Rifkin doesn't drive. So we rented a big truck. Or no, not a big truck. We rented a truck that was big enough to, like, carry stuff around. Like a pickup truck, I guess, yeah? So I got to learn how to drive in Canada, which isn't very different from America, except that I have no fucking idea what kilometers mean. But that's okay, because all I have to do is just match the speed limit with the thing on my dashboard, so it's okay. So I was the driver. We actually had Zelazam, this guy, and a few others actually volunteered to help bring, especially the Koreans, in from the airport. So we actually had them like roll up in their car and pick them up, and it was very nice. Surprisingly fancy setup, I guess. It cost way more money than we actually raised, although we raised a fair bit of money. The amount of like problems that were basically out of our control was just insane. Like the internet, like there's not much you can do when the place is like, yeah, actually we can't hold this many people. You know, we had to go out there and ask people to turn off their Wi-Fi. Just so that the internet would stop being as strained. It sucked. And of course we didn't like make any money off of it. We paid Crank and Crank and Oli Moly and Levy B to come over. I don't think we actually paid them like money.